4 o'clock now on your Wednesday. Today snapped a 6-day streak of the 90s in Denver.
We finally got a little relief from the extreme summer heat. Today, temperatures struggled to reach 80, and our weather impact team is tracking the chance for more storms tonight. So let's check in with Weather Impact Team Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin, who's tracking all of this. Even some flood watches going on, south of us? There's a lot going on, Kathy.
Yeah, you look like a ray of sunshine, Alex, in your pale yellow suit. You do, on a kind of a cloudy gray afternoon. We love the rain. We love the cooler weather. We will take 70s and 80s in Denver in July and August. Not something we get to enjoy all that often. But these clouds are bringing rain, and heavy rain, and a localized flood threat, something we'll be tracking throughout the evening here on the networks of 9 News. Look at the afternoon temperatures. How about that? 10 degrees cooler than average. Compliments of a front that came in, ushering in a bit of a wind shift and a moisture air mass. Also steering winds aloft, creating slow movement with storms that are making their way to the north. We have concerns in and around the Cameron Peak burn scar with a flash flood warning there till 5:30. A couple inches of rain on the ground there. We've seen some southern metro and southwest foothill rain totals coming in that are pretty impressive as well. And there's been a bit of flooding down in the Del Norte area with a flash flood warning out there until 5:30. Storms have yet to make it into the metro area, but they're all around us. So be weather aware. Make sure you can get those weather notifications. We're dealing with some severe weather just outside our state's border here near the North Platte area. Storm Prediction Center has Denver in that level 1 out of 5. Some of these storms can have a bit of wind and some hail potential. Slow moving, and that means localized flood threat between now and about midnight. We're going to do this whole thing all over again tomorrow. Enjoy this temperature trend. It'll last for one more day. And then we're turning up the heat for the weekend. So another check of the radar, and then when we could see triple-digit highs return to Colorado. That forecast ahead.
Police are investigating after a deadly shooting in Lakewood early this morning. One person died at the scene. 2 others are in the hospital tonight. Police expect them both to survive. This happened about 1:30 a.m. at the Windrift Apartments at 1490 South Reed Street. That's east of South Wadsworth Boulevard and West Florida Avenue. Witnesses told police there was a party involving family members and multiple fired shots. Police are trying to determine what exactly led up to the shooting. A 42-year-old man has turned himself in after a stabbing and police chase in Westminster early this morning. It happened at the Labor Works parking lot near 72nd and Federal. The suspect led officers on a chase all the way to I-76 in Arvada before turning himself in. Police say right now it looks like 3 people were outside Labor Works and they got into a bit of an argument. The suspect has not yet been identified.
And in Idaho, it's been a difficult and emotional day in court.
Family members and friends of 4 University of Idaho students stabbed to death, sharing their pain and anger face-to-face with the man who confessed to the murders. Jay Gray has those details.
Because of him, 4 beautiful, genuine, compassionate people were taken from this world for no reason.
Raw emotion spilling out in a Boise courtroom. The roommates, friends, and family of Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Zaina Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin sharing the pain of overwhelming loss.
She was that fun, loving, high-spirited, beautiful person. And I no longer get to get my nails done with her, have lunch with her.
For others, the message is more direct.
You're not worth the time, the effort to be remembered.
Their loss fuels a seething anger.
I won't stand here and give you what you want. I won't offer you tears. Instead, I will call you what you are. Sociopath, psychopath, murderer.
A hatred at times bordering on rage.
I want to just be out in the woods with you just so I can teach you about loss and pain. I'm shaking because I want to reach out to you, but I hope you feel my energy, okay? Go to hell.
The confessed killer staring straight ahead, seemingly no emotion, no sign of remorse, only responding when offered the chance to speak.
I respectfully decline.
Go. Judge Steve Hippler calling the convicted murderer a faceless coward and evil.
In my view, the time has now come to end Mr. Kohberger's 15 minutes of fame.
Formally sentencing the now 30-year-old killer to spend the rest of his life in prison. Jay Gray, NBC News.
The jury in the James Craig trial heard from 2 former inmates who were in the Arapahoe County Jail with the dentist accused of his wife's poisoning death. Defense cross-examined a former inmate who prosecutors allege James Craig tried to get to put a fake journal at his home that said the victim, Angela Craig, wrote about suicidal thoughts. Defense was implying the witness was on hard painkillers at the time and going through alcohol withdrawal, which he denied. He testified that once he was out of jail, he emailed the district attorney's office to tell him what Craig wanted him to do. The prosecution also called another former inmate who testified Craig wanted him to find someone to kill the detective in the case and to get pictures of a deputy's son for intimidation. He added that Craig told him he would be paid thousands of dollars to do it. We will have more extensive accounts of today's testimony later today on 9news.com. We do want to correct some of our reporting yesterday. We misattributed some information to the wrong witness. A woman who had an affair with James Craig testified in court yesterday. We mistakenly said that the same woman told police Craig made dark comments about his wife, including getting rid of her. The information was instead from a police interview with a different woman who had an affair with him who was not yet testified in court. We apologize and regret the error.
Well, a new state law is changing the requirements for reporting child abuse and neglect. It removes victims' advocates from the list of professions required to make a report. The Colorado Coalition Against Sexual Assault says many victims don't want to come forward for fear of reports being made and what that will mean for them and their families. Well, removing their requirement to report they believe will connect more survivors to the services they need.
That means that survivors can come to them, disclose their stories, get all of the information and resources and support that they might need to keep them and their children safe and not have to worry about a mandatory report being made. And this is really important because there are plenty of professions out there who are mandatory reporters and very few professions that aren't.
For those who are required to report, the bill states they do so within 24 hours after receiving that information.
After 18 years, City Tavern is closing its doors. The Denver restaurant cites rising minimum wage, the cost of food, and Denver taxes and fees. They thank everyone for the memories made with them, saying the community has become their family. Their last day is this Sunday. They will be open from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. Until then, the owners are asking for people to go visit, share your memories, and say goodbye as they prepare for this transition.
9 News is your home for the Broncos. Today, our Broncos insider Mike Kliss spotted Courtland Sutton at training camp. There was some doubts if he would protest with his contract negotiations still going on. Mike also reporting how Bo Nix spent time in the offseason with former quarterback Drew Brees. Mike and Scotty Gaines will join us live from training camp later this hour with more on the Broncos for you. Hey, check this out. Former Broncos star Von Miller debuted with his new team today. The Washington Commanders posted this video of Miller at practice today. He's wearing number 24 with the Commanders, a nod to his former Broncos teammate, Champ Bailey. Miller is expected to address the media tomorrow.